We got another 5th gen OU game here against Eric, Kwandaoren66, Elo, whatever he wants to be called these days, I don't know. Like, people just call me Coatay, and that's who I am. But this was done during his and Chase's stream where they were trying to raise funds so they could both go to the Revelations tournament in Los Angeles, so that's cool. So there was like approximately 100 people watching, which was kind of neat. So here, he's got Abomasnow, I've got Magnezone. I know that Abomasnows like to be really mixy and stuff, so I figured if he wants to be scarfed and mixed, I can probably live in Earthquake, which I actually do, because my max HP investment. In fact, if I was anything but max HP, I probably would have died. And I managed to get a T-Wave off on it. I'm expecting him to be scarfed. I don't know why, but I just am. So I'm going to fire off some T-Bolts because I don't... Like, if he's not scarfed, I don't want him to throw out a Blizzard, because a Blizzard would probably kill my Magnezone at this point. I don't want him to throw out a Blizzard and me go to Gliscor and get wrecked, so that would kind of suck. So I'm going to try and avoid that situation as much as possible. Hit him with a couple T-Bolts. He doesn't have lefties, he doesn't have Life Orb. Sash? I'm assuming Scarf. He didn't switch any moves, so I think it's safe to assume Scarf at this point. Of course, my Haxorus, which it's such a good set, it just isn't working in this Hail and Sand metagame that's going on right now. It's not going to be a great late game sweeper, so I'm just going to get rid of it now. He's got his own Magnezone, so I know, and no other steel types, so I know that my Magnezone was my most useless guy, so that's why I kind of just let it go super easy. It did manage to take out a Scarfer, essentially, so it's a 5-5 game. I'll take that. My useless Magnezone and his Hail Inducer, I'll take it. So I know Scizor, it's going to be able to live anything from Haxorus and then U-turn, or it could just Bullet Punch twice and kill me, so I got to get out of there, go to Gliscor, and get my poison up, so that's cool. However, he U-turned out into a Kyurem, and I know that those things like to be Scarf or Specs or something, and they just hit hard as hell. It's got like base 130 attacks on both sides. Yeah, BL my ass. So I've got to get out of here. I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn. I could have went into my Keldeo, which would have been very interesting. I feel like I would have taken it alright. Like, this Ferrothorn took about 250 points. Keldeo would have resisted it, but it also has less special defense, so I feel like Keldeo would have taken about 150 or so, and I just didn't really want to take that, so I just sacked my Ferrothorn right now. It would have been nice to get rocks up, but I can't exactly choose when I get those up, so I'm going to just go right for go right for the kill, go right for a secret sword, not sacred sword, and I get a crit on the incoming Tentacruel, which is kind of nice. It makes it do a third instead of half of a third, which is interesting. And here I'm expecting him to set up T-Spikes, but I also know he's probably not going to go for Ice Beam against the Keldeo, so I feel safe enough going to Haxorus that I decided to go for it. Plus, it's kind of useless anyway, so if I can get any kills with it, it'd be great. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake this turn, hoping he stays in. Like, if he stays in, that'd be great, but if he doesn't, like, I'm fully expecting something else to come in. I don't think he had a Levitator, and his resist in Abomasnow is gone, so I'm very surprised that he stayed in for that Earthquake. Maybe he thought I'd Dragon Dance, and then he could get an Ice Beam off, and maybe that's why he stayed in, but that's really the only explanation that I have. So in comes the Scizor again, and I know that that thing wants to Bullet Punch. I'm expecting it to be banded, because he did go for U-turn the first turn. And him going for Bullet Punch there, yeah, that damage tells me it's definitely banded. Plus, the fact that he just flat out switches this turn rather than going for U-turn confirms that he's banded. But I just went for Toxic on the switch because I knew I was pretty sure he'd switch. Like, nobody stays in with the Scizor against a Gliscor, especially if it's banded. So I get to Toxic on these Mamoswine here, and that's actually huge. So I'm going to protect the first turn. I don't know if he's going to be banded or Life Orb or whatever set he's going to have. I just want to see what he wants to go for this turn. And here, I'm praying he's not banded, because he did go for Icicle Crash. I know he'll kill me. I'm hoping he's Life Orb and he wants to switch moves, because my Keldeo is almost full HP. He could probably come in, take an Icicle Crash, and then hit it back super hard with either Hydro Pump or what have you, Secret Sword. So that was very, very awesome that I managed to pull that off. So and here I'm just going to go for Protect because, you know, I'm trying to Toxic Assault. I honestly thought it would die to Poison this turn because, you know, it looks really, really close. But it manages to just hang on, and that really stunk. But I'm going to go for, I have to go for the Double Protect. Like, I'm going to die. He's faster than me. There's nothing I can do about it. But I managed to get the Double Protect. I don't really, well, that actually turns out to be huge. Never mind. because now he has to go to his Kyurem, and that's his only thing that he's got to kill me, and he has to lock himself into Blizzard. If it was a double down, and I would have gone into my Keldeo. If he went into his Kyurem, as I went into my Keldeo, he could have locked himself into Meteor, and that would have sucked. Honestly, like, I still could have killed it with Infernape with Mach Punch, but that's an extra turn of Life Orb and Poison and Hail that Infernape has to take, and that really adds up. So I go to Keldeo after he Blizzards me, and he's got nothing to take a Secret Sword, so I'm happy to go for it. Hydro Pump is silly because you know, he's Dragon type. I think he's got a Magnezone and a Scizor left, so neither of those really wants to take it. And if he goes to a Scizor, like, what's Scizor going to do? Bullet Punch, resisted. U-Turn even is resisted, so he's just really got nothing going on there. And I managed to 2-hit KO this guy with Secret Sword. All he's got left, really, like, after Hail and Poison, I'm going to go down to 10 hit points, so Scizor's it's going to be able to Bullet Punch me for 10 hit points, but that was really it. I feel like if he had gone to Scizor for the second Secret Sword, he probably could have saved his Kyurem for an extra bit of damage later on, but I've still got Infernape and, you know, priority. So now I'm going to go to Infernape, you know. There's really nothing else I can do. I'm just going to go right for Fire Punch. He's locked into Bullet Punch. He's trying to stall me out with Poison and stuff, but I knew that his last with Magnezones, and with Iron Fist, Stab, you know, Max Attack, Fire Punch is going to kill it. I could have went for Overheat, but I decided not to risk it, because I would have missed. So the entire match comes down to whether or not he crits me with Bullet Punch here. Infernape's obviously faster, so he can't go for anything else, and he's got nothing else left on his team. Does he crit? Does he crit? He does not. After Poison and Life Orb and Hail for another turn, I feel like if he had saved his what's it called? His Kyurem for an extra turn by you know, going out into Scizor a turn early for the second Secret Sword, I feel like he might have had it at that point, because I needed to land a Mach Punch on it with Infernape, and if I, you know, otherwise I couldn't kill it, because Haxorus can't kill it. Because Hail was up, I couldn't kill it, so that was a good game, Elo. Thanks for playing, and I hope that fundraiser was a success. It's still ongoing as I'm narrating, so I don't know. I'll put an annotation or something. See you guys next time.